everybody? Welcome on into the Terry Bogard reaction stream. Uh, yes, I'm actually shocked how tired I am for the time of day it is. I thought this will be easy, but I actually got more tired uh, the closer it got to streaming time. And I think as I sort of began to realize that, this is not going to be much of anything, is it? I'm still excited to watch it, but I'm beginning to wonder if a stream was really appropriate. Is there really no hide chat function on YouTube? Jesus Christ. Either way, I hope everyone's having a good morning, and I hope that we're all excited to see some Terry footage, Terry gameplay. Let me move myself off a little bit more like this. Big question for me right now is it says 45-minute live stream. Is this going to be an actual live stream, or are we looking at like pre-recorded thing that's shown live? I mean, they have an approximate time, and there was that thumbnail of Sakurai with the uh, Neo Geo arcade stick, which leads me to believe that it's already been pre-recorded. But I'm not sure. I don't really understand the need to do this in a live stream format necessarily, when they could just upload the video at like 7 o'clock. People get all the information they want. I think they kind of did that with Joker, and that was fine. That was cool. That was a neat little like surprise too. But oh boy, we got the Grinch leak people in chat. No, thank you. Oh, Famicom Pony, nice to see you. How you feeling? Tired? I'd imagine. Did they confirm that? Wait, no, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Stop trying to pull one over on me. It's too early for this. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. That's horrible. I'm so sleepy right now that I read that statement that the footage would be live, but the commentary we recorded, and I thought that was something they were doing. This does not bode well for the rest of this. Surprisingly, though, I look less disheveled physically than I did in the Luigi's Mansion stream yesterday. So there's something. Um, I'm gonna have that text leak in the back of my mind this whole time. So I think that for me, costumes, and one of them's Hammer Brothers, is what I heard. Which, after like the complete mindfuck of having Sans in the game last time, would be a little bit of a letdown. But not everything needs to be like insanity. Um, there's a question of whether or not Terry's female alt's gonna be in the game. I mean, I would not be surprised. Um, but who really knows? The fact of the matter is, though, that those like de-hype leaks, like leaks that are just like the most boring thing. I like those because it puts my expectations in check. It's created a scenario that I can imagine in my mind where this does end up being just Sakurai kind of talking about Fatal Fury for 45 minutes, and not much else. And I've come to grips with that. It's not like the Grinch leak, where yeah, well, pretty much, honestly. But it's not like the Grinch leak where uh, people went in expecting Sakurai to reveal 7 characters all at once. It's about to start, but after the stream's over, I actually want to look at that female Terry Alt thing real quick from what was it called? SNK Heroines Tag Team Fight or whatever. Because there's something about it that I just don't quite understand. Maybe someone could enlighten me a little bit. Also, because this is live stream thing, I'm gonna be messing with the audio, of course. So. There he is.
Hello everyone, this is Masahiro Sakurai from Sora Limited. The Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game was recently honored with 5 awards at this year's Japan Game Awards.
The Neo Geo guys.
Received a great many awards on top of that as well. Each award is very meaningful to me, so I would like to take the opportunity to extend my thanks to all those who have voted and to all those who have supported us. Thank you so much. Without further ado, let's begin the presentation.
I'm sort of surprised that they went in.
First, we'll start with what the Neo Geo is. It refers to a 1990 video game console for use in arcades and at home, as well as to the name of the system itself. In 1990, the equivalent...
Oh boy. Don't do this to me, Nintendo. We've never had a problem like this before.
To the Super NES had only just released in Japan, so if you wanted to play arcade games at home before then, the only option was to play the less polished ports on the Nintendo Entertainment System. However, with the Neo Geo system, you could play the arcade versions of
God, I want a Neo Geo so bad.
Quality.
Jesus Christ.
1990 was right around the year that I started working for a game company.
Louder
then, Japan had rental services
on the video?
Games. In other words, you could go to a rental store, rent an arcade game, take it home, and play it.
I moved it up a little bit more.
After that, they were sold for home use, but a single game would cost about 30,000 yen. That's expensive. But if you think about it, compared to playing a game in the arcade 300 times at 100 yen per play, you're getting your money's worth. At the time, some people actually thought this was
This is true.
I mean, there really are people who've played games in the Super Smash Bros. Series 1,000 or even 10,000 times. Anyway, the MBS, as it was called then, was sold in various places, and for an arcade machine,
Welcome to Sakurai's mini documentary about Neo Geo. The MBS consolizer is what I want to get, and then like a multi-cart
That's
port
why you end
probably.
up seeing lots of candy stores having a Metal Slug cabinet. The home version of the Neo Geo came with this
If you
controller.
played, or if you watched Game Center, I guess.
It
Yeah.
has 4 buttons. And this is the actual console itself. Here is the reset button, and here you slot in the big game cartridges. This is the
Is he gonna take a cartridge and
kidding.
put it on like a scale?
Actually, this is the
Make
Neo
a
Geo
silly
X,
face?
the portable version that was released afterward. You could also insert it into this docking station and play it as a home console. Beat Nintendo Switch to it.
Oh my God, Sakurai.
A portable, multi-purpose console. Updated iterations of past systems are emblematic of the Neo Geo.
Apparently that bench sucks
Let's
though.
talk about what Fatal
Neo
Fury
Geo
is.
X.
It released in 1991, the same year as Street Fighter II,
Sakurai throwing shade.
but this one came later. It launched after Street Fighter II. Like many of the other fighters, Fatal Fury was often regarded as a title that was developed to capitalize on the popularity of Street Fighter II, but that's not really the case. Actually, both Street Fighter II and Fatal Fury were developed using the original Street Fighter as a foundation. In fact, the development of Fatal Fury was started by one of the planners of Street Fighter.
Oh, interesting.
Did I just hear you say wow? This one is also a multiplayer-focused fighting game. In this story, someone named Jeff Bogard is killed by Geese Howard. Geese Howard starts up a fighting tournament in Southtown, which he runs. To avenge his father's death, Terry enters the tournament, which is known as King of Fighters.
Oh, for a second there, I thought that
I mentioned the term
footage
King
they were
of
using
Fighters,
of this
something you may have heard
was
before.
from like Nintendo Switch Online or something.
There's actually a popular series called the King of Fighters, and that series was named after the fighting tournament within the world of Fatal Fury.
I'm glad someone's
And
explaining
Terry
this shit to
Bogard,
me.
who is the protagonist of Fatal Fury, also appears in all the games in the King of Fighters series as one of the main characters. If you want to play a game from either of the Fatal Fury series or the King of Fighters series, many of them are available now on Nintendo Switch as part of the Arcade Archive series.
Oh,
You may not know which one to play first, but my recommendations from the Fatal Fury series would be Fatal Fury Special. From the King of Fighters series, my recommendation would be the King of Fighters 95. But if you want to play a fighting game with all sorts of strategic elements, then I recommend the King of Fighters 98.
Isn't that the one that Sakurai schooled people at?
Next, I'll give you
Like
some
really
insight
badly?
on Terry Bogard. Actually,
We're gonna
this
get to
video
see some
was
of this,
recorded about 1
skill.
month prior to its release. That's because we need to translate and edit videos like this one, and that takes time. The game footage you see here is not from the final production ROM, so please understand that there may be some elements that differ from the final game. Since we have the opportunity, I want to talk about Terry using a lot of SNK lingo, meaning in this discussion the younger generations may feel a little out of the loop.
Just
But there's
chat
nothing to
full
worry
okay
about.
boomer.
When we released the original
boy.
Nintendo 64 version of Super Smash Bros., I was often asked, who is Samus? Whether or not the character is fun to play as is more important than whether the character is new or old, or whether the character is recognizable to everyone. I want to make sure I present Terry to you in such a way
Sakurai
that you
should
can
do a
fully understand his
YouTube
appeal.
channel.
So thank you.
I would watch something like this,
Okay, let's begin.
just casually.
This is Terry Bogard in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
This is Bowser.
He's still wearing an outfit
You guys
that
seen
reflects the era of his
this is
original
Bowser
game,
video?
but we did our best to make him look cool in a variety of ways. When he stands next to Ryu, it almost makes you wonder, is this really a Super Smash Bros. Game? Doesn't it? Just like Ryu, when you're playing one-on-one, he'll face the opponent.
Yeah, I
Actually,
sort
he
of figured
always
that.
looks in the opponent's direction. Even if you move him to a location behind the opponent, he'll quickly turn around, always keeping his focus on the opponent. Let's talk about his moves. His neutral attacks are jab, body blow, and high kick.
Body blow.
Each move is something familiar from the Fatal
And we're
Fury
gonna get
series,
more punch out reps, Sakurai.
and his dash is power charge. This is a move you can use in Real Bout, Fatal Fury Special, and others. In the original series, it was one of his special moves. His tilt attacks are middle kick, rising upper, and
So we're gonna get that stupid, like, depending on how long you press it,
his attack
stuff.
speed is slower. This is to match his original series.
I hate how Ryu and Ken play so much. I'm really hoping Terry's a
Now
little
for
bit
his smash
simpler.
attacks.
Just a
First
little
up,
bit.
backspin kick.
Almost seems like it.
This smash attack is the equivalent to his strong attack, but the motion is even cooler than in his original series.
Oh my god.
Next, wild upper and slide kick. Both are from the
So
original
mean to the
series.
developers.
Then his midair moves. Jump, then chop. Jump, then kick. Jump, then backward kick. And then somersault kick. However, this somersault kick was not included in the original series. But we needed a move to attack up, so we created a new move. Also, jump and then karate punch for a down air attack. If you successfully pull off a down air, it's possible to attack with a meteor effect, as you can see here. It's basically like Ryu's.
I was gonna
Next,
say,
I'll
isn't
cover his
that
throws.
like exactly?
His forward throw is his familiar buster throw. His back throw is also buster throw. And his down throw is neck breaker drop. In fact, he used it in the game Fatal Fury Wild
Pretty
Ambition.
standard so far. Are we going to
I miss playing that game on Hyper Neo Geo 64. And then his up throw
Alright,
is
Sakurai.
grasping upper. This sort of dodge
Do
attack
you think his
can be
specials are gonna be like
performed
kind of
after a
gimmicky or
spot
something? Right now he just
I
seems
mentioned
like
dodge attacks.
Ken 3 or Ryu 3, I
This
guess.
actually does exist. During a spot dodge, immediately press the button to counterattack.
Ugh.
During a dodge attack, your
Spot-
upper
spot
body
dodge,
becomes invincible, so this
can-
kind of move
canceling,
gives
right?
you the advantage when you counterattack.
Ugh, gross.
Now for his special attacks. His neutral special, with just the B button, is Power Wave. Depending on how long you press the button, you'll use one of two types of special attacks, weak and strong.
Oh
This
god, I
one is
hate
weak
that shit.
And kind of slow, and this one is strong.
But
Fast, isn't it?
I guess it's not
For Ryu,
as...
in his original game, you used 3 buttons, so there were weak, medium, and strong attacks. For Terry Bogard, you could use 4 buttons in his original game, but there were only 2 buttons for punch, so that's why he only has 2 attack levels, weak and strong. This rule applies to all of his special attacks, so please keep that in mind.
Okay.
By the way, the attack Power Wave is a move that shoots energy along the ground, but how does it look in the air? In his original game, you couldn't use this move in the air. This is how it looks now. As of the King of Fighters 96, the Power Wave ability had a shorter range, so we've recreated that version of the move. It's a useful move in midair and helps keep opponents in check. Next, we have a special performed while holding in the
Finally.
direction of your opponent, Burning Knuckle. This move also has a weak and strong version, as well as a command input. Like the Hadouken
it's-
command
it's
input
not
in
as
Street
bad
Fighter
as
2,
Ken
you
and Ryu,
perform
it
this
seems
command
like.
using the directional inputs, down, to the side, in the direction of your opponent, and then press the button. Doing so makes the move a bit stronger. This means that Burning Knuckle has 4 variations. Weak without command input, and strong without command input. Weak with command input, and strong with command input. The strong version using the command input is of course the most powerful. You'll hear a noise when you input the command. And if you've succeeded, you might also notice some green mixed in with the flames. It may be slight, but there is a difference. The strong version with the command input really is strong, even capable of KOing opponents. It can be blocked, however, so be on the lookout for that. In such
Do you
a
imagine
case,
if
you'll be
it,
left
like,
wide
if it
open.
couldn't be? Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, the 2
And this is a
controller
first for the
Sakurai
Super Smash
coming
Bros.
out, guys.
series, but the side specials are split into 2 versions, a back special and a front special. That means there's one more side special than usual, Crack Shoot.
Oh my god.
This is a familiar move from his
Oh,
original
no.
game. There's also a
Terry
command
gimmick
input version.
revealed. Terry broken.
It's performed by using the directional buttons down to the back, followed by the A or B button. The command version can launch your opponent quite a bit further.
Oh no.
It creates a bit of an arc, so it can be used as an anti-air attack when your opponents try to hit you. At close range, if you happen to be blocked by a shield, it's hard to be counterattacked because you'll pass through them. There's something I want you to remember. When you do a crack shoot off screen, this is how it will look. Terry swings with his whole body when using Burning Knuckle and crack shoot, so it can be hard to recover. However, if you keep pressing backwards without inputting commands, you should be able to initiate crack shoot in the direction you're trying to recover. Let me show you one more time. Do this, then continue to press backward. And then you can recover. If you press too quickly or input some commands, you'll fly right off the stage, so be careful.
It's so
And this
weird.
is his up special, Rising Tackle. It also has weak and strong versions, each with differing heights.
I wonder if people are gonna like the
And did you
addition of
notice
a,
that
of a
if you
back
hold
special.
down briefly to charge, your whole body glows a little? In this case, your whole body will be invincible at the start. Either way, your legs will be invincible. Here's an example of this invincibility in action. With the standard Rising Tackle, I got completely wiped out when I threw myself at them. But with Rising Tackle's charged command version, you can't be hit at this moment, so you come out on top. You can of course use Rising Tackle as a recovery
looking
as
move
well.
in slow-mo.
Even after using Burning Knuckle or Crack Shoot, you can still use Rising Tackle. This is also very helpful when you're trying to recover, so please keep that in mind. His down special is Power Dunk, an attack that rises and descends.
This is an Incineroar move.
This side, down,
His
diagonally
recovery
down
options
command
are actually
is
pretty
also
good.
known as the Shoryuken command. If you can pull it off, you'll be invincible at the start of the move. Also, you can hear a sound when it connects, but it might be tough to make out. Now, let's talk about canceling specials. I'd really like you to keep this in mind.
Gross. No.
First, if you use a special after
character's
attacking
just gonna
with a standard
fucking-
attack,
Like, destroy me.
the special won't come out until the move animation has finished. That makes sense, right? But here's what happens if you cancel out of it. At this moment here, if you've successfully entered a special command input, the rest of the animation will be cancelled, allowing you to attack again immediately. I'll do that again. Throw out a kick like normal. And once your leg extends, you'll perform the move. Set it up so that when you attack, you can go straight into a special. This will increase your offensive options. Please try this out. For example, neutral attack 1, 2, and power down.
I don't
This is a
see
bread
how
and butter
this
combo.
character won't be, like,
Aside from
incredible.
that, you can also
Oh.
get Terry to fly out and attack in an M shape. In his original game, you could only cancel attacks on the ground, but in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's possible to cancel aerial moves. The types of aerial attacks that you can cancel are limited to things like neutral air attacks or down air attacks. But I think it would be wise to use these combos to expand your offensive options. And at last, the final smash. His final smash begins with triple geyser. Terry will shoot 3 geysers straight forward. However, if you think that's all, you're very mistaken.
Oh my god, I thought it was all. What did he say?
As you can see, if triple geyser connects, you'll follow up with power dunk and Buster Wolf. It's 3 moves in 1. It's a visually striking combo.
I know, right? We've come such a
You
long
may be
way.
wondering what happened to his original super special moves.
Oh my god. Oh no, does he have...
They're here too.
What? He has even more shit?
With the usual rules, when Terry's damage meter rises up to 100% or higher, and in stamina mode, when his overall HP
Broken.
drops to 30% or less, you'll see this go icon at the
He's got
bottom
so
of the
much
screen.
shit.
At this point, if you enter this specific command, you can initiate the power geyser you see here. The command input is, if I borrow the way it's said in the original game, down, angle down, side, angle down, forward.
Oh fuck. Oh no.
Well, it's a bit complicated. Downward, then backward, then forward. You see? It is an action game after all, so you get to control the direction of your punch, be it right or left.
Carry
In
band.
that case, no matter which direction you're going for, just swap
Oh.
the right input and left input.
Fuck.
It's like this. Downward, then backward, then forward. Or down, and then the opposite direction.
So this is a
That's
45-minute
forward.
presentation because
And
of
then there's his other super special move.
us children in the audience. Oh god. Why are they giving him so much shit?
You can initiate this one by repeating the Hadouken command input twice. down to side, then down to side again.
Are you okay? He said the thing.
It can be rather difficult to pull off moves using the original game's command inputs, but you can also use simplified command inputs. In the case of Power Geyser, remember this: down, side, down, forward. As long as you input the command downward to the side, to the back, downward again, and then forward, you should be fine.
Sakurai, stop.
In the
Please.
case of Buster Wolf, it's simply down, side, side.
I think it's actually really cool that
That
he's
should
putting
be
so
easier
much
to
like work
remember.
into this character and everything.
Even though the command input
But,
is complex, it can still be
Being
blocked
able
with
to
ease.
pull off those kind of moves is
Since
why
these
I
moves
don't
can only
really
be
like
used when Terry has taken a lot of
playing
damage,
traditional
you'll be
fighting
in even
games that
more
much.
danger if your opponent blocks. So they're high risk and high return. Please save them for when you really need to make a last-ditch effort. You can use it again and again, but be careful. Your opponent may be able to predict your move and take action. Essentially, it's best to use it when it's least expected, or to cancel out of a combo, like this.
Oh, so you can just combo it. So
For the taunts, I decided to match his original game. His up taunt is "Hey, come on," from the King of Fighters series. His down taunt spins his hat like in the Real Bout series. And his side taunt is "Stand Up" from Garo, Mark of the Wolves. I've demonstrated him using various special moves in the game so far, and you can hear his voice. Like that. We've incorporated both his longer remarks, like Power Wave, from older titles, and his shorter remarks, like Rock You, from newer titles.
are they gonna bring up the voice actor now?
And here are his color variations. There's a good variety of colors available.
There's something
from
really,
across the
really
series,
funny about watching them all
and the cat
do
design
their
is
idle
slightly different
animation.
for each version. They're based on his original games, and we've also included some from the King of Fighters 14 and the anime series.
Oh god, anime. Oh no, don't say that, Sakurai. Now everyone's gonna be like, if Terry's anime version can get in,
For
Goku can
example,
get in.
it happens during his victory pose.
Exactly, that's why I play Smash Brothers.
His cap also blows away when he is defeated in stamina mode.
Why don't
The
people
stage
understand
is
I'm
called
fucking
King of
bad at
Fighters
games?
Stadium. It looks like one hardcore fighting coliseum. The text above the Jumbotron reads, King of Fighters, without the. When we talk about a game title, we need the up front, but the name of the tournament in the game's story is just King of Fighters. This is a very unique stage, and it follows some rules that haven't existed in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate before. First, the edge is walled off. In the Super Smash Bros. Series, you need to launch opponents off the stage. Here, however, the more damage a fighter has accumulated, the more the wall will visually react when they're launched into it. Can you see? Eventually, fighters will break right through the wall. There are fireworks in the background.
It's kind of
This
fun,
special feature allows you to KO an opponent only after they've accumulated enough damage.
but I don't know, it seems like you just get someone stuck against the wall.
That way, you can enjoy the battle more like you would in a traditional fighting game.
And people can't throw you off.
When you're close to the wall, it's possible to be KO'd even when your damage is low. It's just like in regular stages. In the Real Bout Fatal Fury series, there was a feature in which the walls could be destroyed and players could suffer a ring out when they hit the wall. This isn't exactly the same, but we made it kind of similar to that. We hope you'll enjoy playing at this stage with all its special rules. By the way, there are guest characters in the background, right? Since we have the opportunity, I'd like to introduce them to you. First up, Andy Bogard. He's
I'm
the
really
adopted
excited
brother
to hear
of
what
Terry
the
Bogard.
general consensus is
Both
on
of them
his
were adopted from an orphanage
kid
and raised
is.
by Jeff Bogard. However, while Terry's teacher was Jeff Bogard, Andy studied under Mai Shiranui's father. He uses the Koppoken fighting style.
Lore time.
Joe Higashi. He's one of the three main characters from earlier games in the Fatal Fury series. He's the only one that doesn't have any connection to Geese Howard. He's a Muay Thai champion. Tung Fu Ru. He's the master of the Holy Fist of 8 Ways, and he also trained Jeff Bogard. He can enlarge his body as well. Billy Kane. He's been in many Fatal Fury games since the first one, and he's the right-hand man of Geese Howard. While he appears in the first game, his costume is based on his appearances in King of Fighters 97 onwards. You can't really see his back, but the no smoking symbol is definitely there.
Okay, good.
Geese Howard. He's the big boss of Southtown. And he's the rival of Terry Bogard. Falling off of buildings is his thing. Rock Howard. His first appearance was Garo, Mark of the Wolves. He's the son of Geese Howard, and Terry actually raised him. That means his appearance in this game at this age with that look doesn't really jive with the timeline, but Smash is kind of like that to begin with, right? Kim Kapwan. He uses Taekwondo and considers himself a fighter for justice. His Ho'okyaku is very famous. Ryuji Yamazaki. His first appearance
we
was
hit
in
the
Fatal
25-minute
Fury,
mark.
and he's a criminal known as Dark Broker.
Still
He's very
20 minutes
and
left.
sadistic. Blue Mary. Her first appearance was in Fatal
How long do
Fury
you think the
3.
cameo section's gonna
She
go on
uses
for?
combat sambo, and she's a good drinking buddy of Terry's. Those were the characters from the Fatal Fury series.
Drinking
But
in a
from here
Nintendo
on,
game?
Let me introduce characters from other series. Athena Asamiya. She's a psycho soldier.
Oh,
Psycho
do you think this
Soldier
is gonna
a
like
memorable game released around
deconfirm
1986,
some like
and it was the
character
first
that no
title
one
to
else
feature a fully
gave a
voiced
single
theme
shit
song to
about,
win the game.
and they're gonna be like,
This epic
Nintendo,
song
you
was
did it
also released
again.
for Super Smash
I was
Bros.
looking
And it was
for
recorded in both Japanese and English.
What do we got? Anything
Music
here?
start.
Athena, I guess,
Kyo
or
Kusanagi. He's the
whoever
protagonist
this is.
of the King of Fighters series, and he uses the ancient martial arts Kusanagi-ryu. Speaking of the protagonist, there are differences depending on which version you're talking about, like Orochi and Nest. Anyway, he is forever a school kid. Iori Yagami. Originally, he was
Light
introduced as
Yagami?
Kyo Kusanagi's rival, but when I first saw this character in the game at the time, due to his look and attitude, I thought, whoever created this character must be a genius. Goro Daimon. He's a judo gold medalist belonging to the Japanese team, and he likes to throw his opponents. Chang Hohen and Choi Bonge. One is an escaped convict, and the other is a slasher. They are currently undergoing rehabilitation under the previously mentioned Kim Kapwan. Ralph Jones and Clark Still. Originally, they were main characters in the Ikari Warriors series before Neo Geo.
Ralph Jones.
They appeared as guests in the Metal Slug series too.
These are like those fake American names
Yo
in that
Sakazaki.
baseball game.
The protagonist of Art of Fighting. The original Art of Fighting was released just before Fatal Fury 2. That means it was the first game to implement a true super special move. How could I not include him? King. Her first appearance was in Art of Fighting, and she's a bouncer and bodyguard. She is a beautiful woman with an androgynous sense of style. Next, Yuri Sakazaki. She was kidnapped in the first Art of Fighting game, but
Holy
after
fuck.
that, she trained hard and mastered Kyokugen Karate in just 1 year. In other words, she's a genius. So, as you can see, we've included many characters, a total of 20 characters. You know, it's very cumbersome. I mean, it takes a lot of time. But so many people love each and every one of these characters, even outside the confines of their individual series, so we simply had to do our best by them.
I know I was
By the
gonna
way,
be really
you
sad
may
if
have
Ralph
noticed
Jones
that a
didn't
very
show up.
important character from the Fatal Fury series was not included. Yes, Mai Shiranui. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is for good boys and girls of many different ages, so they decided not to feature her.
Oh my god, they're actually acknowledging that?
Also, my music features a variety of tracks,
Jesus.
and the music that plays affects which special guests will appear. For example, there's a track called Pasta, and when the music is playing, Andy Bogard will always appear. I hope you look forward to that as well. Okay, I'm done providing information, so now let's jump into some actual battles. This time, I'm going to play the
So
Terry
break
route.
down
Classic
5 more minutes of this.
On top of
10
that,
minutes
I
to
want
like
to try
talk about
against
me
the highest
costumes and like little
intensity
update stuff.
level. Let's see if I can get all the way up to intensity 9.9.
Yeah,
Honestly, playing the game in extreme
in a way.
difficulty while doing commentary
I
is
don't
extremely
think it's
hard.
necessary for him to go through like every single
One or the other is
like
doable,
background
but
element.
doing
I thought that
both
was kind of weird in the
at once
banjo
forces me
thing
to
too.
divide my attention.
But
that means I should do my best at both.
it's fine.
Do my best.
I like hearing Sakurai talk about
First, this
things
route
he's
is named the
enthusiastic
King of
about.
Smash. 3 characters who have some sort of connection will appear as a set, a challenge that looks somehow familiar. Okay, the first intensity level is 5.0, so I should be fine. All battles in Terry's route are stamina battles. This stage's special KO rule that I talked about earlier isn't the best match for stamina rules, but oh well. On his route, a lot of stages feel like they're from a traditional fighting game.
I really like that when they did that with Ryu and Ken for their
Okay, I
classic
get it
mode.
anyway.
I actually forgot that Terry was going to have a classic mode, honestly. But
Of course, even in this mode, it's not impossible for me to try for a KO, but normally it'll be over before then. There. Done. Looks like he's saying, "Give me something." Next, round 2. It's the Legend of Zelda team. Just because characters are in a team because of their similarities, that doesn't mean that they have to be from the same game.
I wonder if
This is Let's Go to Seoul, Kim Kapwan's theme.
well, I should say that
And I've
there's
got
going
it
to be
set
a
up
lot
so
of
that we don't move from the bottom
material
to the
for
top.
people who want to like YouTube poop this video.
It would be easiest to simply knock him off the screen, but I'm not going to do that, because it's not as fun to watch. Oops, I knocked him off. Over here. It's gonna blow. Will he do it?
I just want to know if Sakurai
Alright.
has
The
invited
boomerang's
anyone
coming
over
back.
to his house recently.
And I can't go to the edge. Oh no! The tables have turned.
Is he gonna go through the entire like classic mode?
Cancelled it.
Oh no.
Where's
You're
his cap
canceling. I'm
backward
just
when
like,
he does a
ah.
power dunk.
I know the spot dodge
Now you
canceling.
can call
That's
this
it.
the giant stage. All the giants are lined up.
This is
Of course,
literally
the
just
music
him
track
doing a
is
let's
Taku
play.
and Steppy. Of course he says. You might wonder who Taku and Steppy are. But it seems like it means Tanaka and Kitamura. This track is from Fatal Fury 2. There's a giant wrestler named Big Bear, and this is his track. Regardless of the track name, it's a really famous hard rock song. So please give it a listen.
Oh my God, Sakurai is going for the perfect. Oh,
The
gee,
original
come on,
song
Sakurai.
was called Yusha Raiden. There's that masked wrestler. Big Bear is his true identity. He's called Raiden.
Oh my God, Sakurai doesn't even care.
Jump! I'm beginning to find the intensity quite tough. Round 4. The whole atmosphere is a little different than how it's been.
Sakurai, don't show everything.
We've been to arena-style flat stages, but suddenly we're at a battlefield form stage.
Oh
There's an
no.
item.
Oh, did you just see how casually he broke that shield?
There's an arcade
That's gonna
game
happen to me
series
all
called
the
Theme,
time.
And this stage
Oh,
uses
God.
that as a motif. Oh, he's metal. Now that I'm thinking about it, I suppose both Lady Palutena and the Athena games were possibly an homage to the Athena of Greek mythology. Plus, I wanted to do something where 2 characters who are similar or have similar abilities are together. It's a nice Kyokugenryu team. If I let my guard down, I'll easily be defeated, so I need to pay attention. Not bad, you.
This is a Sakurai Let's Play now.
By the way, you can use moves like crack shoot to aim for overhead platforms, so they have some utility to them.
Oh god. I feel like this character is really gonna
Turn check.
he's gonna be really
That was
good.
close.
But
Looks like that firebar didn't work out. For
shows
him.
what I know.
It's getting brutal. The intensity is close to 8. You could say the opposing team is comprised of heroes from different companies. Sonic and Terry are on the stage. Actually, Sonic and Terry were both created in '91, so they're the same age. And the next year, in '92, Kirby was born. Everyone's getting old. But they're still on active duty.
You can never leave. That Simpsons
You know,
meme.
it's easier to fight on sloped ground. When using crack shoot, it's especially easy going uphill. Yikes. It's too soon to be taking this much damage. I started out with 150 HP, so I feel like I'm losing. Next, Mega Man. He was born in '87. The first Street Fighter came out in '87 as well, so that makes Ryu the same age.
What is alt?
That was bad.
Is that gonna be the meme?
Don't go off screen. Ah, he went off. I'm sorry. And now, Pac-Man from 1980 is here. Of course, this character was made by Bandai Namco Studios, but when I talk to their team, I'll call him your company's character. They always come back saying, oh yeah, our company's character. I often have these kinds of exchanges with them. Oh, that was close. But I won't give in until the very end.
It
I have
seems
super
like
special. How was that? Not enough? I see. Well, how about now? It's bad to keep using the same move. Seriously. Next, you could call this Team Darkness.
How's Sakurai gonna talk about Terry for 45
With the
minutes?
track
He's
Soy
just
Sauce
going to play the
repeats,
entire
playing on the rooftop,
classic mode route,
it's got the
apparently.
aura of a final showdown.
So I guess the whole thing
Oh,
about
not good.
um
Up next is Ganondorf.
what was
I
it?
don't
The,
want to get hit by him. Not even once. He's huge. Yikes. You can't take
new
things
mode or
lightly,
whatever,
moments like this one.
online mode. I think that must have been shit, bullshit.
That was a bad move. All right, can I do
The
this?
funny
without
thing
getting
is
hit?
I think maybe the text leak is a little bit more
Now for a
exciting.
scary one, Bayonetta.
And I say that, but I actually am enjoying this. Just not as like as a let's
Yep.
restream it
Giving
and
this
see what
everything I've
Sakurai
got.
says kind of thing. Like,
Oh, that was just dangerous. Pulling off that midair jump was risky. Uh-oh. She's so good. That was a beautiful move. But she couldn't take advantage of that opportunity. That will cost her a lot. Time for the final battle. It's not Master Hand, but Ryu, Ken, and then Terry. Art of Fighting version 230000000.0 is playing. In other words, it's kind of a themed fight. He's super strong, so I have to work hard.
that's the name of a song?
I'm not pacing this out very well. I'm starting from 150 HP, so I wish I defeated Ryu before my HP dropped to 100. But I can't give up until the end. I have a super special move. But Terry is last, so he can use the same super special move. But this is no time for chit chat. It's really
No,
tough to
Sakurai, this
stop
is the time
fighting.
for chit chat.
Oh no!
That's the whole point of this.
This is no good. Got it. It gets even tougher from here. I messed up a perfect shield. Here he comes. I gotta be on guard. Yeah, but with a power wave? If I could have pulled off a super special move, that would have been awesome. But, alright, did I make it to intensity 9.9? Yes, I did.
Good job, Sakurai. We're all very proud of you. Applause.
Terry Bogard is really fun to play as, so I hope you enjoy playing as him in such situations. Next, let's talk about the music. This
Power
time we have
wave.
something very special lined up for you.
I think this leaked actually. They did a
For
big
instance,
remix.
when we were deciding which songs to include in this set, we thought about concentrating on songs related to Terry, but there were a lot of big band style songs that didn't really fit the mood of battle. That aside, the music of SNK has always been great, right from the beginning. So this time, we selected tracks that could be called SNK style. Basically, we expanded the selection a bit to include series outside of just Fatal Fury and the King of Fighters. SNK songs have always been great, really. This was true before Neo Geo, and all the way from the old The King of Fighters games to the arrangements in the latest installment, The King of Fighters 14. We did a lot of digging around, and finally managed to narrow our many candidates down to 50 songs.
Wow. Could
We
you
never
imagine if we
intended
actually
to
got
do
that many?
something like this, of course. So we submitted our 50 proposals to SNK, expecting them to pick out maybe 10 or 20 that they considered acceptable.
Would we actually get
But they
50?
told us they were okay.
What? Are we actually getting
As a
50
result,
songs?
we've pretty much
Oh
added
my
in 50
fucking god,
songs.
that's amazing. That's
Have a look at the
insane.
list.
Let's see if Metal Slug made it in.
That's how we ended up with the list we have, but we worked hard to deliver some of the best remixes. This was a very
I think it's
special
all King of
one-off
Fighters.
case, and I don't think we'll be able to do the same for other series.
Oh, maybe not.
To be honest, I think that being able to hear such a selection might
Metal
make
Slug
the
is in there,
Fighters
nice.
Pass worth quite a bit more than its price. I do hope you'll enjoy it.
Sakurai talking about costs again.
Challenger Pack 4 comes with a Spirit Board too. The Spirit Board can be selected via the Spirits menu. Have a look at the background. If it looks familiar to you, you'll start feeling pretty nostalgic.
That's awesome.
Shinkiro-san's artwork is
that the
always
first
so nice
animated-
and vibrant, isn't it?
Spearboard background?
You can also look forward to mock tournaments featuring each of the characters. That old school Athena and Ralph and Clark artwork really is something.
Mock tournaments. What does that mean?
Now for the Mii Fighters. Please have a look.
Okay, guys. Here we go. Mii Fighters. What do we got? Nothing as amazing as Sans, I don't think, but... What could we be getting? A samurai showdown. This is going to be mostly SNK stuff. Probably. It makes sense. We're going to get a Metal Slug character. Emo guy. Oh, Virtua Fighter. Yeah, I think that costume was in the last game. Is back. Oh. Well. Fair enough. I guess it really wouldn't make any sense to give them like a special music track since we're getting 50. Those are available today, so I wonder when Terry's available. Not really.
SNK was also involved with the Mii Fighter set this time, so it has a
Exquisite.
strong
No.
fighting game influence.
Stop. Not
It
true.
borrows a lot from the series Nakoruru comes from, like her wind slash attack, so I hope you'll enjoy those little details. Moving on to Amiibo, here's the new lineup. Simon, Chrom, and Incineroar. Each of these will be released on Friday, November 15th. Next, let's discuss the details of the updates. We've made some improvements to battle arenas.
Oh my god, did they?
First, we're making it so you can send messages to each other in a battle arena.
Oh god.
The messages are preset. So there's that, and also, the player who created the arena can now change the rules. We've also added the option to play either Battlefield form or Omega form at random in the stage settings. Aside from that, you can now pick Elite only as an arena type. Furthermore, Quick Play won't be the only way to play with people you don't know. As long as the arena type is set to public and no password is set, we've made it so anyone is now free to join. So I hope you'll enjoy that.
Isn't that how it's always been?
Terry is due for distribution on November 6th. If you have the Fighter's Pass, you'll be able to get him straight away, or you can purchase him separately. Well, I think that wraps it up for our Terry Bogard showcase. I hope we were able to convey his appeal. By the way, his reveal trailer was aired in advance. It was created using SNK pixel art. The complete version of it, including the gameplay portion, is finally ready. I'd like to show it to you after this.
Oh, okay.
Now this is something of an inside story, but I of course wrote the plot for SNK's pixel art packed reveal trailer. When the invitation comes out, you might recall how it says, "Don't be late, S." That is not what I wrote. It makes me think, ugh, this is why I hate inside jokes. After leaving it to the staff, it snuck its way in there. I just want you to know that the S is also the Super Smash Bros. Series S. Well then, let's move on to the intro movie.
Re-revealed. Here's the big reveal, guys. A re-reveal. Oh, it skipped the other bit with the. Oh my god! Everyone's angry that there's no new character. They said there wouldn't be. Jesus fucking Christ! Today is November 6th. The 50 music track thing is really cool. It's pretty much incredible, actually.
Hey, cover!
Oh, it's orange now. Whole woo!
Are you okay? Hey, come on, come on!
Oh my god! You see Kirby? It was Kirby, guys.
Okay.
Okay. So, I mean, it was about it like what we expected, pretty much. You know, uh, nothing too crazy. But the 50 music tracks thing is really
We
cool.
crammed in a little too much content this time. Hopefully, I'll be able to make future showcases a little shorter.
Goodbye. Weird ending, but okay. All right, guys. Well, that was pretty interesting. Oh, it's true. Smash fans will never be happy. That's just to be expected. Um. So overall, I think it's really fucking cool that we got as many music tracks as we did, and there's some Metal Slug stuff in there. That's really neat. Me costumes not as interesting this time. I bet I've almost preferred that leaked list of me costumes, but what are you gonna do? It's fine. The me costumes are like on the bottom tier of things I care about to begin with. Uh, his whole like move set and everything doesn't seem like it's gonna jive with me too well, but I'll definitely give it a go. Maybe later today on stream even. Uh, we'll have to see though. I really enjoyed Sakurai just like discussing the whatever was on his mind sort of style. Uh, Gave me a little bit more insight into the Fatal Fury series, which is interesting. And his stage seems kind of cool. I'll have to play it to really get a better idea, but could be. And then I think, we probably won't be talking about Smash again for another month. Probably like about exactly a month and a day from now, we'll get that new character reveal on either the 1 year anniversary of Smash, or if that's the day the game awards happens, probably something there like they did with Joker. But we'll see. Who knows? Could be sooner. Hard to say. Uh, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and maybe expect some Terry gameplay later in the day whenever he releases. And we'll go through that whole music list again, maybe. All right. See you guys later. And thanks to you, Famicom Pony, of course, and Zach, my tier 4 patron. Goodbye.